Welcome to science class. We are doing chapter 3 as you know, and today our topic is plastics. Okay, plastic is also a polymer. Just as synthetic fiber, it's also a polymer, but here in this case all the plastics are not arranged, polymers are not arranged in a same pattern, or same type of arrangement cannot be seen in plastic polymers. In some it is linear, whereas in some it is cross-linked. You can have a look at the picture what type of linear arrangement is called or what is cross-linked arrangement. So here you can see this is called, this square represents units, and in a linear arrangement the units are arranged like this, a straight line. They are arranged in a sequence in a straight line, and so it's called, this type of arrangement is called linear. Okay, linear arrangement, and this is cross-linked. Every unit is connected to other 4 units like this, cross-linked arrangement. Okay, children, you can see that plastic articles are available in all possible shapes and sizes. Have you ever wondered how this is possible? The fact is that plastic is easily moldable. Moldable means it can be put up in any shape, can be shaped in any form. Moldable means it can be shaped in any form. Plastic can be recycled, reused, colored, melted, rolled into sheets, or made in wires. You can see plastic articles, different articles you can see, plastic wires you can see, then plastic sheets. In the kitchen itself you use cling wrap, right? Plastic sheets to preserve the fruits, vegetables, and store it in the refrigerator, cover the fruits, vegetables, and even the cut open packets, they are sealed with, clipped with plastic clips. तो प्लास्टिक के बारे में हम ये कह सकते हैं कि उसका एक प्रॉपर्टी जो है मोल्डेबल, इजीली मोल्डेबल, मतलब उसको पिघला के हम किसी भी शेप में उसको ढाल सकते हैं और किसी भी शेप का आर्टिकल हम एज़ पर आवर रिक्वायरमेंट हम पा सकते हैं उसमें से. फिर है कि प्लास्टिक्स कैन बी रिसाइकल्ड. रिसाइकल्ड मतलब प्लास्टिक आर्टिकल, प्लास्टिक की चीज़ें हम यूज़ करते हैं, फिर घर पे देखते कि जब वो आउट ऑफ ऑर्डर हो जाता है, टूट जाता है, या फिर यूज़ करने लायक नहीं होता है, घिस जाता है, तो फिर क्या, उसको हम स्क्रैप वाले को बेच देते हैं या फिर जंक यार्ड में थ्रो कर देते हैं, जहाँ से पीपल हु कलेक्ट द स्क्रैप्स लेके रिसाइकल प्लांट में ले जाते हैं, जहाँ पे सारे प्लास्टिक्स इकट्ठा करके उसको मेल्ट कर देते हैं और फिर वही मॉल्टन प्लास्टिक को रीमोल्ड करके अलग अलग आर्टिकल्स बनाया जाता है. तो इसको कहते हैं रिसाइकलिंग ऑफ द प्लास्टिक्स. ओके, रीयूज्ड प्लास्टिक आर्टिकल्स को हम बार दोबारा यूज़ कर सकते हैं. सपोज इफ़ वी ईट इन अ प्लास्टिक प्लेट और यूटेंसिल्स मेड अप ऑफ प्लास्टिक, राइट, उसको फिर रीयूज़ कर सकते हैं, वॉश करके, क्लीन करके, वी कैन यूज़ इट अगेन एज लॉन्ग एज इट डजंट गेट आउट ऑफ ऑर्डर, या तो फिर इट डजंट गेट worn out. Is that clear? And so looking at the properties, nowadays plastic articles are used a lot, or you can say plastic articles have become very popular. Now plastics are of 2 types. First, thermoplastic, the other one is thermosetting plastics. Few plastic articles can be bent, they are flexible, and few plastic articles do not bend easily, and if we try to bend it forcefully, then they break. Some plastics are breakable and some plastic articles are non-breakable. Okay, based on this factor or property, two different types of plastics are available. One, as I said, thermoplastic, the other one is thermosetting plastic. तो चलो देखते हैं थर्मोप्लास्टिक क्या है और थर्मोसेटिंग प्लास्टिक क्या है। ये दो तरह के प्लास्टिक्स हैं, ये तो मैंने आपको बताया। लेकिन थर्मोप्लास्टिक में क्या होता है कि आपने कभी देखा है कि नॉर्मल प्लास्टिक बॉटल्स जो फ्रिज में रखा जाता है, या तो फिर आपके वाटर बॉटल्स या फिर थम्सअप के बॉटल या फिर कोई भी कोल्ड ड्रिंक के बॉटल में गर्म पानी डाल के उसको धोया जाता है। कभी देखा आपने? एकदम बॉइलिंग वाटर उस बॉटल में डाल दो तो फिर क्या होगा, आप देखोगे कि वो बॉटल डिफॉर्म हो जाएगा। वेरी थिन प्लास्टिक बॉटल्स, फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल मैंने आपको एग्ज़ाम्पल दिया कि कोल्ड ड्रिंक के बॉटल ले लो, या तो फिर जो बॉटल आप फ्रिज में रखते हो पानी भर के रखने के लिए, उसमें अगर आप एक हद से ज़्यादा गर्म पानी ले लो, ल्यूकवार्म वाटर नहीं लेकिन नियर टू बॉइलिंग 70 डिग्री 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस वाला गर्म पानी आप ले लो और बॉटल में डालो, तो फिर आप देखोगे कि बॉटल डिफॉर्म हो रहा है। तो इस तरह का प्लास्टिक, सच प्लास्टिक विच गेट्स डिफॉर्म्ड ईजिली ऑन हीटिंग एंड कैन बी बेंट ईजिली आर नोन एज थर्मोप्लास्टिक्स। जो प्लास्टिक आसानी से बेंड हो जाता है, मुड़ सकता है, या तो फिर गर्म करने पर वो पिघल जाता है, उसका फॉर्म चेंज कर सकते हो, तो उस तरह के प्लास्टिक को क्या कहते हैं? थर्मोप्लास्टिक। और इस तरह का प्लास्टिक कहाँ पे यूज़ होता है? तो पॉलीथीन, जो प्लास्टिक बैग्स आप यूज़ करते हो, कैरी बैग्स, वो पॉलीथीन बैग, एंड PVC आर सम ऑफ द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ थर्मोप्लास्टिक। PVC मतलब हर वो प्लास्टिक की चीज़ें जो प्लम्बिंग में काम आता है। प्लम्बिंग मतलब कि टैप फिटिंग, या फिर वो पाइप पानी चढ़ाने के लिए, या फिर ओवरहेड टैंक में से नीचे आपके वॉशरूम तक पानी लाने के लिए जो पाइप के फिटिंग्स होते हैं, वो पाइप, फिर अंडरग्राउंड वाटर फैसिलिटी के लिए जो पाइप यूज़ होता है, तो वो सारे पाइप PVC होते हैं। तो ये कैसे प्लास्टिक से बने होते हैं? वो थर्मोप्लास्टिक से बने होते हैं, क्योंकि ये सारी चीज़ें मोल्डेबल होने चाहिए, डिफॉर्मेबल होने चाहिए, इजीली बेंड कर सकते हो, इस तरह का होना चाहिए। इसलिए ऐसे आर्टिकल्स, प्लम्बिंग के आर्टिकल्स जो है, या तो फिर कैरी बैग्स है, ये थर्मोप्लास्टिक से बने होते हैं। दीज आर यूज्ड फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग टॉयज़, कॉम्स एंड आर वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ कंटेनर्स। आप देख सकते हो, कॉम को आप ले लो, कोई भी एक पुराना कॉम ले लो जो बहुत ही गंदा हो, या तो फिर साफ़ नहीं किया गया फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम एंड रेगुलरली यूज़ में नहीं है, उस कॉम को ले लो, फिर पानी को बहुत गर्म करो और उस कॉम को उस पानी में, खौलते हुए पानी या तो फिर गर्म पानी में डाल दो। फिर देखोगे कि कॉम मुड़ जाएगा। यू विल फाइंड द शेप ऑफ द कॉम विल चेंज। तब पता चल जाएगा कि वो कॉम किस तरह के प्लास्टिक से बना हुआ है। वो बना है थर्मोप्लास्टिक से। ओके, सो नाउ ऑन द अदर हैंड देयर आर some plastics which when molded once cannot be softened by heating। एक बार शेप चेंज करने के बाद अगर उसको आप फिर से गर्म करोगे तो उसके शेप में कोई चेंजेस आएगा नहीं, नो changes in shape will be found, and such type of plastic is considered as thermosetting plastic। Two examples are bakelite and melamine। These are the two examples of thermosetting plastics। Bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. It is used for making electrical switches, handles of various utensils, etc. And melamine is a versatile material and it resists fire and can tolerate heat better than other plastic। ये दोनों चीज़ें heat resistive है, it can tolerate heat to better extent in comparison to the other plastics, and that is why as they are poor conductors इसीलिए आप देख सकते हो कि जो यूटेंसिल्स, कुकिंग यूटेंसिल्स हैं, उसके हैंडल बेकलाइट से बने होते हैं, ताकि आप उसको पकड़ सकते हो. गरम यूटेंसिल्स यू कैन हैंडल इट without causing any damage to your hand or without any burns or any kind of accident. So अब melamine उसके heat tolerance और fire resistant quality के वजह से is used for making floor tiles, then kitchenware and fabrics which resist fire. Children, you can see the picture where you can see articles made up of thermosetting plastics, the switchboard, melamine dishes, right? And here you can see articles made up of thermoplastic wire, electrical wires, and box containers, you can say. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic. Plastics as materials of choice. Why do we use plastics nowadays more in our day-to-day life? Today, if we think of storing a food item, water, milk, pickles, dry food, etc., then plastic containers seem most convenient. This is because of their lightweight, lower price, good strength, and easy handling. Because of these qualities of plastic, we try to use the containers made up of plastic for storing food items. Okay, being lighter as compared to metals, plastics are used in cars, aircrafts, and spacecraft too. So it can be accommodated anywhere, it can be carried easily anywhere because of its lightweight property. The list is endless if we start counting articles like slippers, furniture, decoration pieces, etc. किसी भी चीज़ आप देख लो, किसी भी कोना आप देख लो, हर जगह पे आपको प्लास्टिक आर्टिकल्स देखने को मिलेंगे. Now let us discuss the characteristic properties of plastic. Right? The properties that has made it popular. Let's see. Plastic is non-reactive in comparison to the metals. Metals easily get reacted with oxygen and moisture, whereas plastics are non-reactive. If they are exposed to moisture or air, if they are left out for a long time under the exposure of moisture and air, you won't find any kind of rusting on plastics. Okay, plastic articles doesn't get worn out. Yes, in one way they get worn out, that is they fade away, their color fades, right? So that's the only thing you can see, the color fades, and so you don't feel like using those plastic articles again. The glow and the color, they become dull, but otherwise chemically they don't react. Plastics do not react with water and air, and they are not corroded easily, and that is why they are used to store various kinds of materials, including many chemicals. Now, plastic is light, strong, and durable. As I told you, they are light-weighted plastic materials. Plastic is light-weighted, they are strong. Articles made up of plastic is strong, and it is durable for a long time. You can use it. Is that clear? These properties, this quality of plastic makes it more popular, or has made it more popular nowadays. Let's move on to the next thing. Plastics are poor conductor. It doesn't conduct electricity or heat, and that is why electrical wires have plastic covering, and handles of screwdrivers are made up of plastics. As mentioned above, the frying pans, or you can say cooking wares, or the utensils, or the articles that are supposed to be exposed to heat during its use, are made up of thermosetting plastic, heat resistive material or plastic to avoid burns or any kind of accidents caused due to fire. Okay, now to see the extensive uses, you go through this box where you will come across the other uses or utensils made up of plastic and that we are using in different place. Now, plastic and the environment. We all know that every object has its negative as well as positive sides. We have seen the positive side of plastic. Now we will see the disadvantage. What makes us think twice before using plastic haphazardly? Let's see. When we go to the market, we usually get things wrapped in plastic or packed in polythene bags. That is one reason why plastic waste keeps getting accumulated in our homes. Ultimately, plastic finds its way to the garbage, and disposal of plastic is a major problem. We can melt it, okay, but we cannot decompose it. These materials do not get decomposed. A material which gets decomposed through natural process such as action by bacteria is called biodegradable, and plastics are non-biodegradable. So disposal of plastic bag is very difficult. Looking at this, we can say that if we dispose plastic materials or articles outside, then once it goes into the soil, it doesn't get biodegraded, and so it pollutes the soil and it becomes harmful to the living organisms in our environment. These plastic bags, when they are thrown out in the garbage box or in the dustbin outside our house, you can see the leftover of food or the vegetable peels which are there in the plastic bag. The herbivorous animals, the cow or buffalo or goat, especially the cows, they eat away the peels of vegetables and fruits along with the plastic bag, and the plastic bags are not digested in the stomach, and so they form a lump in the stomach, and you can see many animals dying because of this issue or the major problem. Table 3.3 guides you or tells you the type of waste, different types of waste, and approximate time taken to degrade and nature of material. So from this table you should learn a lesson that what you should do before throwing them out in the garbage box or dustbin. Peels of vegetables and fruits, leftover stuff, etc. It takes 1 to 2 weeks to get degraded. Okay? Then nature of material is biodegradable. Then talk about paper, 10 to 30 days is biodegradable. Cotton cloth, 2 to 5 months, again it is biodegradable. Wood, 10 to 15 years, biodegradable. Wooden clothes, about a year. Woolen clothes, if you see the timing of degeneration, it's about a year and it's again biodegradable. Tin, aluminium and other metal cans, it takes 100 to 500 years and so is considered to be non-biodegradable. Plastic bags, it takes several years, so it's non-biodegradable. To prove it, you can carry out one activity. Make 2 pits outside your house, or you take 2 pots. In one pot You can take one pot also, it will do. A small pot or a bowl in which you put few pieces or one plastic bag and then cover it with soil and leave it like that. Even after 1 year, you will find that the plastic bag will be left like that for whole year. You will see not a single hole or damage you will find in that plastic bag. Okay, you can try it at home. Same thing you can carry out with leaves or vegetable peels, and you can see that they will get biodegraded and you will not find any kind of trace of the vegetable peels, fruit peels or leftover of food stuff in that pot. It will be mixed up with the soil properly, and after a few months if you try to find out the scraps, you will not get it. So this table will help you out. And now one thing I would like to tell you at the end of the chapter, that 5R. A responsible citizen remembers the 5R, that is reduce the use of plastic, reuse, recycle, recover and refuse. This is the 5 R's. If you develop this habits, which will make the environment safe and you will become an environment friendly person. Okay, so though I have explained you the whole chapter, it's better you go through the whole chapter once, so that if you find any difficulty, you can come up to me with your doubt and I'll explain it to you again if you wish to. Okay, till I prepare the PDF for you, question answers PDF, question answers of workbook, I'll be sending you in short time. And in our next video we'll be having our next chapter, 4th chapter, that is our upcoming chapter is materials, metals and non-metals. Okay, till then, goodbye.